গণতন্ত্রের শপথ নিন, 7 জানুয়ারি ভোট দিন।
Humans were created by God and sent to earth to make mistakes. That's right. By default, we make mistakes. Can you proudly say that you have never made a single mistake in your entire life? No, right? So just like any other person, I do make mistakes too. But every time I do so, that really demoralizes me, and I need to look upon to someone to motivate me time to time. And my go-to person is our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She inspires me in order to achieve more, to win more. Her entire biography has moved me as a youth, and she has been my icon ever since I got to know about her. These aren't just stuttering memorized words. There are few stories. When you learn about her, when you get to know about her, you will be able to connect with her just like any other normal person. Yes, she holds a very strong position in our country, but she is just like any other person who had to struggle her way all the way up there. Did you know, back in 2006 to 2008, during the political movement, Sheikh Hasina was sent to jail, and the moment she got out, she won her very first election as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. This particular incident is more than enough to inspire anyone to reach from their lowest point of life to achieve their highest point. But just this incident isn't enough. There are 1,000 other incidents of her life that motivated me throughout my little life so far. After winning her first election in 2008, then she kept her she re-won the election in 2014, and she had served the country so well that Bangladesh regularly increased their GDP, and in other sectors we were improving as a whole. And then in 2017, when almost more than 1 million Rohingya fled from Myanmar to Bangladesh because of the genocide, Hasina was kind enough to let them live in our country, and not only that, she made sure that they had the basic needs. Their human rights were intact. They were given jobs, foods and shelters, and because of this, she was praised all across the world. And after that incident, she consecutively won her third election in 2018. So after her serving her fourth term as the Prime Minister, which means she had almost served 20 years, which made her the longest female leader in the entire whole world. Can you believe these women created history? These women represented Bangladesh so strongly in front of the whole wide world. This particular things like this motivates you as a woman in this era of time. It motivated me to establish women empowerment and to make my womanhood as a symbol of independence, as a symbol of freedom and a symbol of power. Did you know that she was named by the most she was under the top 100 most influential women political leader of the world? She was named in times several times. She was the face of Forbes. Even she was named the Earth champion back in 2015 by UN. And after these several awards, she was named the Mother of Humanity. She represented Bangladesh so beautifully, and not only that, the thing that I love about her the most is she kept the legacy of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman going. The man who freed us from all the shackles that we went through for decades. He freed us from all the oppression that the Pakistani rulers had he had freed us from all the oppressions, and Sheikh Hasina kept the legacy going by making this Bangladesh into a golden Bangladesh that Bangabandhu dreamt of many decades ago. And not only that, if you look at current Bangladesh, you won't be able to recognize the past Bangladesh to current Bangladesh. We have been developing in every sector possible. Per se, in health sectors, she has been working on child mortality rates. She had made sure that the kids under 5 don't die cause of diseases. She made sure the not only that, she made sure the mother health is intact at the same time. And other than that, the birth rate was in control, the death rate had decreased, and there were many cures to diseases that were given to the normal people. And other than health sector, in the ICT sectors, we have developed than any other country. We per se, as a student, I go to university without any paper. And currently we can see many offices in Bangladesh that are working without any papers, which means Sheikh Hasina has made sure that we have 5G internet currently in our country. We have the fastest internet possible, and we have been working on submarines, on optical fibers, so that we have the fastest internet possible. And other than IT sectors, we have massively improved in our infrastructural sectors. We have built Podda Bridge, Jamuna Bridge, and the thing, can you dream of traveling from one point of Dhaka to other point within minutes? That's right, within minutes we can travel anywhere around Dhaka because of metro rail. I can reach in my university within 10 minutes, and as a student, that's the golden dream that has been saving so much time for all of us, and that has increased our productivity. And when as a whole we increase our productivity, that will help increase our GDP rates as well. If we look at our GDP rates, we have more GDP than India till 2022, and for the last 8 years we have better GDP rate than Pakistan. So if we look at the countries that are around us, we are doing way better than them. And the best part about this entire journey is Sheikh Hasina was able to fulfill all the SDG goals that were given by United Nations. She has ensured education for all the people, all the children, especially for women. So as a woman, she knows how much important it is for women to educate themselves, because as we know, educated mother can give us an educated nation, right? So she has been working to establish women empowerment. She has given quotas for women in their workforce. In the past decades, so many women have been working, and that has boosted our economic so high that we could outrun countries like India, which is like way 30 times bigger than our area. So that particular example can establish how fast we are growing as a country. And at the end of the day, I feel like she is a symbol of power for all the girls that are my age to inspire ourselves, as she has been the most inspirational political figure tagged by Commonwealth. And I feel like she inspired not just the people or the youth of Bangladesh. I would love to say that she has inspired the youth around the world, that it is possible to establish stability as a woman, because we have been seeing her to rule this country for 2 decades. She has made sure that we are a stable country. And lastly, what I love most about Sheikh Hasina is she is exactly like my favorite imaginary character, which is a phoenix. Phoenix is a fiery bird that rise from the ashes. Just like she did many years ago, she took her weakness and turned into a strength. We all know about the darkest chapter of Bangladesh's history. Back in 1975, in 15 August, Bangabandhu was brutally murdered alongside his family, which means in a single day, in a single moment, she lost her mother, her father, her siblings. Her 10-year-old sibling had to die right in front of her eyes. And after all of that, that wasn't enough. This country had put her into jail. She was consecutively threatened to be murdered by the nation. But she wasn't scared. That particular thing fired something, ignited something inside her, and she took it as a strength, and she decided to work for the very country that took her entire family from her. So this thing taught me how to be kind, how to be more compassionate towards other people who harm you. Work for them, turn your enemies into your lovers. Things that sort. The concept was created by her work, and she could just move to abroad or be depressed about the fact that her entire family was killed. But instead, she chose to stand above all of this and lead this country as her father dreamt of. Big Bangladesh, the beautiful Bangladesh that her father's last wish was. So this particular thing has inspired me throughout my life. Every time I hit my low, I think about the moments that how she lost everything, but still she was so strong. And yet she thought about all the people who caused harm to her. Not only that, she thinks about you, me, all of us, the people in the rural area, in the most rural area of Bangladesh. She thinks about them. She thinks about people living in this mega city, Dhaka. She thinks about all the people, all 20 crore people in this country at the same time. Can you believe how hard that entire work is? But still, she manages to ensure our right that we deserve. She ensured that women get their proper education. She made sure to set an example for the young woman like me to see womanhood in a different perspective, to not see it as a weakness, or we should see it as a strength. So these are the reason why I love her so much, and I feel like our upcoming generation will look up to her and create the Bangladesh she is trying to create. And sadly, she is almost 76 and she won't be here in the future upcoming scene of politics. And that's the most harsh part of reality. So I believe that we inspire ourselves to become more like her, so that we can keep up the development, the Bangladesh that she has been dreaming of. So the change that we dream of begins within us, and we need to follow her ideologies in order to create the best Bangladesh possible. So I would like to thank her for being the best leader we could ask for, being the best mother to all of us. Thank you.
গণতন্ত্রের শপথ নিন, 7 জানুয়ারি ভোট দিন।